Thanks to all our active patrons who have contributed a lifetime of $100 or more to reach Garuk Dong level status.
Here is the list of those special patrons in order of contributions.
If you would like to support our show, check out the Commander Smiths at patreon.com. Ooh, welcome to the Commander Smiths.
We are the Commander Smiths.
I'm Adam Smith.
And I'm Lowery Smith.
Don't worry.
We're cousins.
Whew. It's been a while since it's been a while. It feels like a long time, but it's only been what? A week and change, I guess?
Like 3 days longer than normal. You were gone. You were out of state. So that, that must have been a good vacation if it felt like a long time.
Yeah, it was a good vacation. Actually, it was a really good vacation. It was a very relaxing vacation, kind of. Good. As much as it can be with kids. 4 of them. We gained 2 of them from our neighbors came along with us. And so the funny thing is...
Twins?
What was that? Twins?
None of them.
Twins?
2 more kids.
Oh. The funny thing is when we got back, we couldn't get our dogs right away. And kind of a bad thing when we left, I dropped them off at this kennel. I dropped them off. And as I'm dropping them off, it's like the guy is, how do I put this nicely? He's been there and back. He's not a very rough around the edges. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right.
Okay. So then I get there
and back.
I don't know.
Like Bilbo's
Yeah, right.
novel.
There and back again. A Hobbit's tale. An Isla and Nugget tale. So anyways, I get there and it's a boarding place. It's not like we used to bring them to this place in St. Cloud and it was like nice. They had they had the kennels, but they made them really nice. You could bring your own pillows for the dogs and all that stuff. And Isla's old. I mean, she's 16, so she's on her last leg, And so I get there and they just have concrete kennel, tons of dogs barking, just whatever. And there's no you can't see that there's nowhere that the dogs can play. So I'm like, oh fuck. And we're leaving. There's nothing I could do at that point. I can't go, I'm changing my mind. Let's take the dogs. So I called Cindy as we get out. I'm like, this place is kind of rough. And she's like, oh, fuck. So anyways, we get a call 3 days into it. And the guy's like, I don't know how long Isla's going to last. Basically telling us that she's going to die.
Whoa.
He's like, she's not getting up. She's not eating. She's not doing this. So kind of put a little damper on the vacay. But then we make it through. I get them, pick them up yesterday. I'm driving home. She seems all right. And he's like, yeah, she hasn't eaten and all that. I'm like, ugh, this sucks. Okay.
She's a skinny puppers too.
Yeah. And so we start going. And all of a sudden I hear a noise in the back. I'm like, oh, I knocked over my, I have those little change things, you put all your extra change in. I was like, ah, damn it. She knocked it over. So I look back and I'm like, God, I don't see where it is. And then all of a sudden that smell, that wonderful, wonderful smell when a dog shits in the car. She released the biggest shit. It was so huge.
She is not happy with you.
So all over my floor. And I look back, I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I'm trying to find a spot to pull over. And I'm on this 2-lane road. So there's nowhere really to pull over or anything. So in the meantime, she lays down in it. Like she's nesting her own poop. And I was like, well, I called Cindy. I'm like, get the hose ready because we got poop to deal with. So, yeah. That was, welcome back.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is episode 268. Ted is saying there, we are so freaking close. We were at 8 subs away and somehow we lost a sub.
What the shit?
Yeah, somebody left, but I will tell you there were some rumblings of people saying that they were gonna unsubscribe right when we get to 1,000 just to fuck with us. And just guess who who would do such a thing?
I missed that. Who did that?
Well,
I could guess.
I don't know if they're actually gonna do it or if that's what's happening. But we are in the single digits from hitting 1,000, and that is opening up a bunch of stuff. If we hit that 1,000, or when we hit that 1,000, that's when the giveaway starts. That's when all this, the big goal. Then we can stop talking about it. That's basically it.
Yep, that'd be great.
Yeah. But yeah, so what are we doing on today's episode, Lowery?
We are going to be doing our Fave 5 commanders from March of the Machine and the commander products, the 5 of them, combining them. We're not going to do, not going to do separate ones. Let's not do that.
Words, I just was reading Cole's. I'm like, what concern doge? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand too. I'm assuming that you're a big Twitter fan, Dogecoin. Is that what we're doing?
And you see that comment by Renshaw there. Whoever told you that is a prick.
That's weird that he'd call himself a prick.
Buzzing.
Got him.
But we have also, because you got stumped the last time, we forgot to do it the time before. Right. When you got stumped, we have the returning segment. I don't know what
fill in the bleep.
Fill in the bleep. What the bleep? Something bleep. It's just bleep.
So, yeah, it's just, maybe we just call it bleep.
Bleep you. So we got bleep.
Totally makes sense.
And then probably our last week for a little bit, because we got another tournament coming up of staple verses. And what is the staple verses this week?
We're going to be doing Shocks versus Triomes, and this should be interesting.
We did do Shocks versus Temples, which I had forgotten, and then I saw it when I was.
Did we?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
that's not close enough. I'm sure they got Temples. Temples probably lost.
No, what are you talking about? Temples won. Cole knows.
No, Cole does not. He's such an angry person.
But yeah, so we have all that in store today. Hopefully it's not a 2-hour long episode, but we also have
you gotta stop saying it, because that's when we do. We shouldn't.
We have wiener. Repay your debts. Repay your debts.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So I am opening up the new bottle that Lowery picked up. That is in this sweet ass package that I showed off before. Lowery, you got this same package, right? Or you already had one? You have this package.
I did, but I'm gonna bring that one to SmithCon.
Oh, well, this is my only option. Way to make me look like a jackass. I'm just kidding.
What? I gave you that one. There's nothing you can do about it.
I know. So I got a nice little ornament that I'm going to put on the tree.
Yeah. So this one is going to be from Jesus. This will be his last one.
Are these all regular or not regular?
These will all be Malort today. The 3 that we're taking is Malort.
Fuck.
Yeah. So 1 from Jesus, 2 from Paul, and that'll be the night.
Oh, it was Renshine, a little douchebag. So he just subscribed. So he was the person that unsubscribed and subscribed.
At least he's honest. Like he's opening or
Busted.
8 away. 8 away.
8 away. Unless he just unsubscribed now and subscribed. Like
he might have. I don't know.
That could be a bit too. People are just, as we're doing this, just pa-ching, pa-ching. Oh, I put an idea out there. Don't do it, please, because that'll just get really annoying. Because we'll think we're getting money. And we're like, oh, subscriber. Fuck.
Wait, what's the point of that? What bit? What bit am I missing, Cole? I don't know. All right, should we take a shot?
I think he's talking about the temples, isn't he? Talking about the temples?
Oh,
maybe.
Jesus,
I liked that wink.
Appreciate you.
Wink you gave there.
I've had practice winking at my wife for the last 2 weeks since we've both been sick. So,
ooh, sexy.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Kind of piney.
Kind of piney. What is it? Kind of piney.
Malort.
The Malort. Ugh. Oh, I'm drinking still the surly stuff from when before I left.
It's not as bad though. I wonder if the beer is helping. That'd be weird. I'm drinking Mind Haze Tiki Smash IPA. Kind of fruity.
I have a juicy pale ale Logic Bomb. I think I drank that on the last cast or whatever.
You might have.
Yeah.
You might have.
Ugh.
That might have nullified it. I mean, it's bad. Don't get me wrong, but
it's terrible. Oh, speaking of, next week, the new shirts will be in. The new different stuff, and then we're gonna start getting this going, guys. It's gonna be kind of awesome. Okay, so
Kinda
awesome. Well, the Malort one is the one I'm most excited about because of the back mainly. All right, so we got that. We got this. We got stuff. We got things. Next week's top 10, right? Top 10 cards in Mom March of Machines.
Yeah, I think we count the Commander product too, right?
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah.
So Malort is not good, dude.
It is not good. I agree. I agree. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not sitting back sipping it.
So
S's and G's.
Scooty Puff Senior, I think is what it is. He said, if you need more brain juice for Stumped, I can oblige. Stump won't be tonight because Lowery got stumped. So we're trying to do a little buffer thing that's in there. So they were going to be the fill in the bleep thing. So that'll just be kind of a fun thing. You guys can play along and try to beat me while I do it.
You're pretty quick at it. You're not saying that I expected less, but you're pretty good. You're a lot better than I expected.
Well, I can't really beat mine because what was it, 9.5? I got 9.5.
Right. You do pretty well with it.
Well, we'll see. Now I'm going to do shitty. that's
no. This is still. This is not nearly as dirty as the other ones. I'm running out of ideas already. So,
well, maybe it doesn't need to be dirty after that. Maybe it's just filling in the blank kind of thing.
Right, but then why is it called fill in the bleep?
Because it's a blank.
Right.
Fill in the blank. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
Or maybe this is an on-air production type thing. Maybe it's more of the bleep makes it sound dirty when it's not dirty at all. Because then the bleep word
you're making me try real hard, aren't you? You want me to try really hard? Okay.
You know what the funny thing is then you'll probably really try not to lose and stump the Smith Savant. Because then you'll be like, I don't want to fucking do the next thing next week. I want this to keep going.
That's true. It's true.
Scooty, stop with the Team Forest Walk. I got something for you guys.
Team Forest Walk.
Oh, why don't you show your shirt? That's what you should have been doing. Instead of this, you should have been doing. There you go.
Hashtag Team Forest Walk. And then we could talk about my hashtag Team Island Walk deck that I made. Phyrexia Merfolk.
Oh, that was this week too. Why don't we get into that?
That was last week. We can do tags.
Yeah, let's do tag. Do you want to talk about that right now, really quick, since you brought it up?
We can. Get out of here, Renshaw. You don't even know what a chode is. Nobody sucks on a chode. Come on,
team. You can't fit it around in your mouth. It almost.
Just keep doing it. Yeah. It looks like you're practicing.
Somebody's gonna screenshot that and then zoom in, and you make a T-shirt of me doing that.
That could be Alex's new profile picture instead of
my nipple. See, that's some things you guys can get in the Discord. If you join the Discord for just $1 a month, again. Do you want to talk about your deck quick? Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah. So I made Phyrexia. I had like a tapping matters themed deck, and it was fun. But it wasn't aggressive enough.
Let's back it up. It was fun for who?
Me.
Yeah, okay.
Clearly me. It was fine.
Was it fun for anybody else?
It was fine. I don't know. But
there
it was basically not aggressive enough.
Flipping tables, very borderline rage flipping tables with that deck.
So Phyrexia Merfolk is better. But
no,
it's a better deck. Yeah, it's nigh unstoppable. You guys are screwed.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah,
it's so good.
Oh, good for you.
Because just think. Basically, I don't get the tapping.
Is it because of the Island Walk?
Yeah. Like you guys can't stop me. And then all the lords are gonna pump it up. The Island Walk are gonna make it unblockable.
Man, you're talking.
And then enough things in there to counter spell everything you got going on.
I hope that you
Patron Wizard
this much
into
shit,
Vodalian Hex Mage into Void Mage Apprentice. Like I'm gonna counter every spell.
Oh, you're gonna counter spell?
Counter spell. And then there's like it's so mean. Basically, once I get the setup, you're not going to be able to stop it.
Oh, it's good for you.
Okay, how about this? Remember Jake's deck that you hated? That we both hated? The counterspell deck that traumatized us?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this deck plus remember your Merfolk deck that was really aggressive?
Yeah.
It's those two together.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
There you go.
Right.
Well, you know what? I hope you keep talking shit and we all get together and we have this plan of we're going to kill you right away. And then number 2 just goes against the plan and then doesn't do it. And then we all die to you anyways.
He's a good person.
Because he wants to
That's
see
fine.
the counter spells flow.
So,
Hashtag Team Island Walk.
So if you want to see that deck list or any other deck list, go to our Mox Field, look up Commander Smiths, and we have all the decks there that you can check out. And
look at that.
I think you can even follow us.
Look at that. Yeah, you can. That first time plug for Moxfield for us, even though we've been doing it for a long time.
Maybe.
We never plug it. We just put the deck list underneath all the videos. Yeah. Okay. So you guys can check you can check us out with the YouTube stuff there. But first off, the financial way to support the Commander Smiths is to become a patron, like our newest patron, Stephen Laydolt, I think is how you say it.
Welcome to a meat forest.
That sounds like a fairy tale of a meat forest.
I also have to give a shout out to our newest Garuk Dong member, which is reaching $100 or more in donations over lifetime or whatever. Thor Peterson has made it into the Garuk Dong level. So he'll be getting a Commander Smith playmat in the mail. So that's one of the benefits of becoming a patron. Or $100 patron. The $500 ones get to kill the Commander Smiths first, all that stupid playmat, which is what we have out.
But that's
whatever.
dope.
It is cool.
Dope.
So yeah, thank you, Thor, for becoming for staying a patron and donating that much to us. That is the financial way to support the podcast. You know, the dollar gets you into the Discord, like our newest patron. $5 or more gets you playing, or not, rewind. $1 or more also gets you playing games, but $5 or more gets you automatically entered into our giveaways, which hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. The big, when we hit the 1,000, which is what, we're 8 subs away. There's going to be
at least
patron.
a month.
Yeah. Hey, we gained 10 since the last episode. So we could do it. You guys, we could do it. If you guys are listening right now and
we can do it.
We can do it. And we won't bug you guys to become a patron or a sub for at least a couple weeks after we hit that 1,000. So
how about this? If we hit 1,000 within the next week, we will keep tags under 5 minutes for a month.
Oh,
right. That I think is one big benefit right there.
Yeah, that is. That might give me good practice of trying to get this really going like quick. Well,
it's generally not your. It's really fast. I mean, normally it's not your fault. It's mine. I know it's mine.
Well, we figured it out when I couldn't drink. The podcast was very, very short. The other way. It was very, very long. But when
I couldn't drink, it was short. And when you couldn't,
it was more
drink,
when you couldn't talk because it was your mouth. You couldn't open it. But anyway, so $5 or more gets you proxies each month if you so choose. Higher you move on the tier level, you can get those foil proxies. And then the free way to support the show, or actually the other financial way to support the show, is to jump on these streams, donate, have us do shots like we're doing here, hot beans. Whenever we're live, there is always an opportunity to donate there. Even if you don't want us to do anything, you can just donate. That's a financial way to support us. But also the free way to support us is to subscribe on YouTube. Once we hit that 1K, which is 8 subs away, we not only give the prizes away, so we'll be doing we'll be doing a live giveaway show that'll also which, by the way, we are only 40 entries away, so that means just comments of people saying which prizes they want to win to unlock the last giveaway, which is the Street Fighter Secret Lair. So you get the whole thing if you win, not just one card. You get the whole Secret Lair drop, which includes the lightning bolt, the cool ass lightning bolt that's there, the Hadouken lightning bolt. So if you haven't commented on every single prize that you want to win, jump on there now because you'll only get an extra week. So once we hit that 1,000, we're going to give you guys a week warning to get your entries in, and then we're going to start doing the giveaway. So just that's an FYI. The $5 or more patrons are going to be entered into a patron-only giveaway as well. So YouTube, we have a bunch of shit on YouTube. Curated MTG, which is twice a week. What was your curated? I haven't even been able to edit anything with your stuff.
That's fine. Yeah.
So you've had a couple, but what's your curated for this week? Do you know? Or do you know your one from Friday?
I do. I shot it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. There's one coming tomorrow.
So the biggest thing on the curated MTGs is watch them, give them a like.
Oh, okay. No, I got it. I got it.
Right.
Steely Resolve.
I know that
It is
one.
a green enchantment. When it ETBs, you choose a creature type, and that creature type gains Shroud.
Nice.
And so it's real cheap, comes down easy. It's in under less than 6,000 EDH rec decks. And I was kind of surprised seeing that. And the videos mainly focused on like tribal aspect, but really like you use Cavern of Souls for just protecting your commander. It doesn't have to be
right.
For tribal. Same thing here. It's super cheap. Just give your commander Shroud if that's something that you want to be doing in your deck. I think it's pretty good in that regard.
So the big things with the curated MTGs is you got to watch them and give them a like. And they're also on TikTok. So anything that is our shorts on YouTube are also on TikTok. So you can follow us there as well. You did do the spotlight. We already talked about that. So that was last week. I don't know. We haven't really discussed what we were going to do this week. If anything, if we have any other live stuff.
Do you have time to play a game?
Oh, a commander game? Yes, because I need to play Urtet because I haven't played it yet because my camera issues.
We could probably do that then.
So we might fit in a commander Discord game this week. We don't know necessarily the dates yet, but we will let you know if you're on the Discord. That's how you guys will find out. So that's it. We have a bunch of other things on YouTube, box openings, all that stuff. Battle boxes are coming up, but that is what is in store for this week. Let's see, Twitter, you guys can follow us there. We will post everything that we do there. There's some polls there and everything like that. Or you can shoot us direct message at Twitter or at our Gmail, which is commandersmiths@gmail.com. And that is not where you can send the suggestions for this because we have our other segment, which is this. It's time for everyone's second favorite game show.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the f*** is that?
You know, you could totally hear him swearing in that.
No, I bleeped it. Put the bleep.
All right. So what the bleep, fill in the bleep is a game where I come up with card names and I omit something and Adam has to do the full card name. There is nothing on the line here other than pride.
And I'm going to try to cover
that's
kind of
what it is.
So I can't use the chat there if I can't think of it. So
no, but I mean, you go pretty quick. You finish tweaking my Oscar. Decide. Oh, I have an Oscar list on the Mox Field as well. I've liked it. Probably need to get some more win cons in it as well. Oscar's fun.
Yeah, it's one of the few decks that's taking down my Magda, and I don't play Magda anymore.
I get help from number 2 on that one though.
Yeah. All right.
Are you ready?
How many do we have?
We have 10.
10? All right.
We normally have 10. We got 10. So we're going to go through this. Let me count, actually. 1, 2. Yeah, I did get the 10.
Okay.
I knew I was at 9, and I wasn't sure if I remembered to finish it. All right. So this can be any color or sort of cards. Adam can ask any questions that he needs to, and I will do my best to give a hint if needed. I think you can get most of these. All right. The first one I'm going to go with is the Oz.
The Ozolith?
Ozolith is correct.
Wait,
all right, the next one.
Hang on. I'll do it for
good
you.
for you. Yeah, you're right.
Hello, boobies.
All right.
I got that.
Hello, boobies.
But you don't have the
wrong,
wrong, right? I
Correct.
don't think so. Yeah, I made that one.
I'll do cool story, bro, if you get it wrong.
Okay, there we go.
All right. Okay, the next one is going to be Magus of the Can.
Why is that one making me laugh so much?
Magus of the Can.
So I'm going through the Maguses. I got Magus of the Moon.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. That one isn't coming to me very quick.
Okay, it is green.
So is it from the Commander Legends one?
No. Originally printed in Time Spiral, I believe.
Eesh, this one isn't coming to me at all. Magus of the Can? I don't know, dude. I don't. That one I'm not.
The better way to probably, because I'm changing it because it's can, but it could be con. Magus of the con, even though it's a weird
it's
word.
not confluence. It's
No.
No, I give up on that one.
All right. It is Magus of the Candelabra.
Nope. Would have never.
It's green.
It's the one where you're tapping the X. It's
to untap X amount of lands.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's an old guy sitting there, like really skinny old dude.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I was like,
all right.
I wouldn't have got that one now. Word wise, I wouldn't have got that. Picture wise, I got it.
Yep. Okay. All right. The next one's going to be Great Fur.
Great Fur. Great Furnace, I'm guessing, is what it is.
It is the Great Furnace. Great job. There we go.
Hello,
there we go. There we go. I just. All right.
Great.
Next one is going to be Warstone.
The Warstone. Why is that one dirty?
Warstone.
Why is that one dirty?
It's not dirty. None of these are really dirty.
Well, Great Fur.
I mean, you could take it dirty that way. All right.
That's why I'm laughing. Warstone. I feel like that's just a card, but it's not. No, I'm thinking Power Stone. Oh, are you doing Warstorm Surge?
No.
Warstone.
Warstone. I only admit one part at this point. That's as far as I've gone so far. I'm not going to admit. You'll always get at least part of words. So if it's like Warstorm Surge, it'd be 3 bits at least.
So the Warstone
is not Warren Power Stone.
Warstone. Is it one word?
Stone is a separate word.
So it's War Stone.
Yeah. It is an artifact.
Warstone.
It taps for mana.
Okay, I kind of figured that out with the just sounds like a
stone. Yeah. 2 mana.
It's not part of the
originally from the dark.
Ooh. So you're saying power? No, it's
nope.
Is that the one that taps for what other people or? Yeah. Why is that one not coming to my head? What everybody else? What,
highly played.
I know. Why
it's been reprinted in tons of stuff.
I know, but why if Warstone is throwing me off? Because it's
I keep on falling.
Why is that?
In and out.
Why are you singing? Oh, there it is. Well, why does Warstone? Why did you do War? That's because you took away the fell.
Yeah.
Ted did it. Ted gets
Fell Warstone. All right.
That's tough, dude. When you did it that way, all I had was in my head was Warstone. I'm like, I can't think of.
Sorry, bro.
See, that's the time to play the button when you're making excuses. Mm-hmm. All right, next one. Error of the Peaks.
Terror of the Peaks.
Terror of the Peaks it is.
No,
all right.
boobies.
Hello, boobies.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at this button pressing. Ask my wife. This one is My Tutor.
Idyllic Tutor. So we got idyllic mystical tutor. Mystical, I'm guessing.
It is mystical. Okay. There you go.
See, now I'm getting how
you
did the little breaking up things here. My tutor.
There you go. All right. This could have a story, but her intervention.
Her heroic intervention.
It is heroic intervention. There you go.
Hello, boobies.
All right. This is potentially a good way to die, but smothering tit.
Well, it's smothering tithe, but I would die to a smothering tit. No,
we all die into smothering ties, don't we? Choking. I don't know.
I got milk.
Hello, boobies.
All right.
Yeah, the hello boobies fits nice right there.
All right, 2 left. She whispering one.
The whispering eye. What is it? From Grown Ups. Okay, so what is it? Shieldred? No. Shieldred whispering. What is the whole name of that? Shieldred whispering. What? How did you say it? Whispering. What was it? What did you say?
Whispering one.
One. Oh, whispering one.
Hello, boobies.
You got it. Yeah, there
I
we
did
go.
the whispering eye, and I was like, no, it's not whispering eye.
He didn't say that. Last one, probably the easiest, but winding clock.
Unwinding clock.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, boobies.
There we go. There we go.
Was that
You
a
got
7?
8 out of 10 there.
8? Okay. All right.
8 out of 10 there.
Josh D says, Lowery, take a look at the Discord team. Oh God, why did he even? I almost said it. Team Forest Walk.
Hashtag Team Forest Walk.
Team
You can say
Island
it.
Walk.
It's
Team
okay.
Island Walk. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's never okay. Before we get into our next segment, it was good, Larry. Hey, I like that. I like it.
Got to laugh a couple times.
Yeah,
That makes it all right.
What I wanted to try to do that time was actually listen to what you were saying, but then sometimes that threw me off of like what I'm actually trying to think, because sometimes when you read it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that is, but I wanted to listen to your dirtiness with that. Should we get another Malort going? I mean, we're only...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ugh.
Absolutely. See, we're moving all right.
Yeah.
It's when I have to do savant is when
What did it
we struggle. Then I'm not very savanty. So
I'm going to do the repay the debts button really quick.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
A Smith.
Always pays his debts.
Wiener next to another.
The wiener. Hopefully my volume didn't go crazy. I'm good.
no,
Okay.
you're good so far.
Okay.
This next Malort is donated by Paul, and cheers that you finally got a good Urabrask to play with.
That Urabrask is brutal.
It's good. Okay, back to being bad.
Yeah, that I think you're right. That first one wasn't as bad as I was expecting, and maybe it's because, well, I didn't take a week off because I gave some cheersing with Josh there. Ugh.
Yeah, I've had 2 weeks. I don't
Before
know.
I went on vacation. Ugh. Because you didn't take it Monday, right? Before I left,
No.
and then you didn't take it Friday either.
Yeah, so I guess it's been like 3 weeks for me.
No, 2. Because it was a Monday and then a Friday. Monday-Friday episode.
But then I didn't take it that Monday, I don't think, and so it'd be.
No, you did you didn't do the Monday before.
Oh,
I left.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
1, 2,
Fine.
3, 4. Get your woman on
3?
the floor. All right, let's get
Gotta
to
get
our
up,
to get down. Gotta get up to get down. Ba-na-na-na. I wish I could play that right now. Now all I want to do is listen to that. Josh said, "It's a 4-shot night. It should be."
I wish it was. Okay, so the reason why it isn't, we had planned it originally to be, but my daughter is having an allergic reaction, probably to a wearing like an old Easter dress, one that my wife had worn when she was a kid. And so Elise is...
You just called your wife old.
No, I called the dress old. My wife is...
You said it old.
Properly aged.
That my wife wore.
But I mean, it's like old to the kids, right? That's what
Gotcha.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
If my wife is watching,
She's never
or listening.
Yeah, our wives haven't
I
listened
don't know.
since the first year that we
Just-
did this.
just because they don't see anything does not mean they're not disappointed. So I
She
just
just feels all of a sudden this like flow of disappointment over, and she's like, "Why
just
do I
said
feel?"
something yeah. So I want to just make sure that I cannot, or like, pay attention to my daughter if it's a struggling night, which it likely will be because it's very itchy, and she is not doing.
And 4
Fantastic.
shots. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The 4 shot
It's
nights,
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get done with this and we are hammered talking afterwards. And it's
Right.
I end up waking up throughout half the night and I'm like, ibuprofen, please, where are you? Because it's
And I stay up and eat until 2 a.m. I just
and then
eat.
you
I'm just
put
like,
it on
that looks
Discord.
good."
You're like, hey, look what I just made.
Right.
And I'm like, I just
Right.
made a peanut butter and jelly too, buddy. We're the only two talking back and forth. We could be texting each other, but instead we throw it up on the Discord. Hey, look at all the drunk shit that we're eating right now.
Right. So it's so just trying to make sure that I, because the other part that ends up is like I'll co-sleep if she's just not sleeping. It's better than getting in and out of bed all night.
Josh, Lowery, I
$7.50.
hope your daughter feels better. Adam, here's a $4. Touche, my friend. I literally just said, I don't want that, you bastard. I will do right. Damn it.
You got to help support the show, Adam.
Oh, Lowery. I see where you're going with that. All right. Let's see what's son of a bitch.
We got a Fave 5 Commanders coming out from Mom. And
Fave 5 Commander cards. What are you doing there? Oh, you spitting? Lowery spitting.
I mean, I'm a lot better than I was.
It's not chewing. It's still that mucusy fun stuff there. So
just a snot bubbles in the back of my throat that I'm trying to cook.
So
get out of there.
I know you guys all used to. We used to do the bit of Commander 99 or Muff Garbage, and we kind of it was really long. Like it took so long to go.
It was enjoyable.
It was,
but it was long.
It took a long time.
It's never coming back.
You know, it is. Like maybe we'll rip on each other's, and I would have to get Lowery some more buttons there so he can say what your pick is, Muff Garbage or whatever. But
maybe if we ever get to like a couple thousand views on YouTube, maybe we're doing daily bits, and that can come back. But
yeah, our bits are there.
Right now, it's too much work.
They're never gone. It's just at this point, we change it to a Fave 5, which is it's interesting because we don't know what each other's are. So when we do these Fave 5s, we both are doing our own lists and then kind of talking about the commanders that we'd like to build. And that kind of, it gets rid of the pointless. There's a lot of, you get legends that are just like, well, we don't really have anything to say about that. Like you can look at the legends that are there. We kind of pick through and go, these ones seem interesting to us. These are the ones that I'd like to build. And Lowery and I are different in what we like to build. And a lot of times we don't overlap, which now I say that, and we're going to overlap on every single one of them tonight. So with that being said,
I know maybe two. I can see two.
With that being said, Lowery, why don't you start us off? I think because I started us off the last time whenever we did stuff. So why don't you start us off with one of your? Is yours in order? Mine is not in order. I just have 5 of them.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have an order either.
Okay.
Let's see here. I'm gonna go with what I wrote down, but essentially, okay, I'll go the other direction. All right.
Fighting with yourself.
Hey, I like this one, but it's not something that I'm probably gonna build because it's something that I ended up looking up cards for, and I'm just like, oh, disappointing. So Kasla, the Broken Halo.
Okay.
This is
how do you spell it? T-A?
Kasla.
Did you say Tay-A?
Kasla.
Oh, K-A. I thought you said Tay-A.
Tay-A. O-Tay.
I was like, that isn't even a letter, Lowery. How many shots did you take? K-A, what, S-A you said?
S-L-A.
S-L-A. All right. Let's see if we can find this.
All right. That'll pop up pretty quick. Okay. So this is 3, a blue, a red, a white, 5/4 Angel Ally. Convoke. Is this one of yours?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
I did not expect that. But Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever you cast another spell that has Convoke, scry 2, draw a card.
Mm-hmm. It seems pretty sweet.
It does seem pretty sweet. Did you look it up though?
I didn't get a chance to look up how many Convoke cards are. You are missing a few. Like you don't have green in there, which green has some Convoke stuff and being able to get enough.
Well, the problem is it's a Selesnya mechanic, which is green-white.
Right.
So you're missing a ton of cards to choose from, but you're getting a lot of support in March of the Machines and this
from the Commander set.
This is from the Commander set. And so, like, I definitely wish they dropped red or blue. I'm not sure which one. I'm happy that it's 3 colors, but I do wish green was involved in some way, especially with like the ally part, because I've never played an ally deck, and it's weird that it is an ally.
It is weird.
But it makes me want to make like ally convoke tribal, because neither of them are super supported.
Right.
But like combined, I can see them being something.
When
but
our
going
powers
through,
combined, we're actually decent.
Going through the convoke cards that are red, white, and blue, like I am not
Excited.
super geeked out on it. And same thing with the allies. There's some interesting allies that I was not expecting. But
I made an ally deck when we had 60 card. Like that was or a modern deck. I have a modern ally deck, or I had. Allies are fun. They're just really bad slivers. You know?
They're bad slivers, and they're not good if you can't play multiple of them, because there's not enough of them.
Yeah, and you need almost like green needs to be in there. Like green has some good, good allies in there. So, but no,
60 card casual ally deck was good because you can have 4 ofs, and Renchai ally decks can be really nasty, as he's saying. I agree, but that's 5 color in my mind.
Yep, I agree.
That
was my
and
ally
so
deck
like
at
a
all
3
5.
color, you're missing. Black isn't super good in the allies in my mind without looking it up.
Yep.
But green is brutal to be missed.
Yep. Green, blue, and white were the strongest colors that I can remember with my ally deck. I can't remember a red ally I used much. I remember green, blue, and white were the 3 that I used the most colors. So them having red, like you said, dropping red and putting in green there would have been pretty sweet. But I didn't look to see the convoke, so you kind of did the work for me. There's maybe 1 or 2 of these that I might actually build, because I can't build like you, like one night build the whole deck and finish it, you know? So my target is the new secret layer drop, the red blue
goad one.
Yeah, goading one, because I'm going to kill 2 of my decks that I don't play very much.
And which one? Kaima
and Niv Mizzets, because Niv Mizzets is spell slinger. That's blue-red, so it's those 2 are gonna combine into that one. So I have that on the docket, and then I have Tom Bombadil as my next one after that. So I already have my stuff lined up, but I'll get to it here in a little bit. There are some in here that I might actually build because they're variations of other decks. So that's what's interesting, because we're getting commanders that are 2 commanders put together, you know, and so it's making some of my other decks go, oh, well, I can just adjust it and put it to this, and this mechanic seems kind of cool. So, what did Scooty say? Can Convoke pay for commander attacks? Never ran Convoke commander. Yes, I think it can actually.
I would say yes.
Yes, it can. I'm pretty sure that
without being 100% sure on that, but I would say yes.
I think it's like 95% sure that I think it does actually. I think I'm pretty positive that it can. But anyways, okay. So that was one off my list too, but I had a 6th one that I threw in there, so maybe I'll just go with that one after. But okay, so since I was how do I want to lead this in? Well, let's just talk about one that we kind of mentioned before. How about good old Urabrask? It's a monocolor.
All right.
A monocolor commander, but this commander...
Weird that it's red. You'd never build red.
So
weird. It's you know, like I want to say like our first 7 years of playing Commander, like you were not red. And now like
I don't know why.
4 years out of the podcast, it's like, is this red? I could play this. I could be interested in this.
Can I be honest with you? I feel like they've been on a kick of trying to fix red and white for the last few years.
Sure.
It feels like they've been putting some really cool stuff in red and white, like really cool stuff. So red has really drawn me in with some of the stuff they do. But anyways, with the Urabrask, the new Urabrask, which is the best Urabrask, it's probably the best Praetor out of this set. Out of all of them, it's the most expensive out of all of them so far.
Okay,
all right. Not so far. It's just where it's at right now at the price.
Justify it.
Yeah. Right. So, It's 2/2 red, first strike 4/4, Phyrexian Praetor. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Urabrask deals 1 damage to target opponent, and it also adds 1 red. Like, that's crazy. You're casting a spell.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you get a red. You get red. So this also might make it in our top 10. I don't know. We haven't discussed any of this yet. Everything's full game, or
I'd say no, because you put it here. You put it here. We don't need to talk about the card twice.
Well, it's still good. It's still like a top 10 card. Like, this is going in every red deck that you're playing instants and sorceries in. But anyway, so that by itself is pretty amazing. But then tapping 1, and then you exile this, then return it to the battlefield, transform under owner's control, activate only as a sorcery only if you've cast 3 or more instant and or sorcery spells. So you're playing a Spellslinger deck with red, which kind of stinks. And the
nice thing is you can run out of mana and still have that 1 red mana left over to flip it.
Yeah. So then we transform, which all these, the Urabrask, the Elish Norn, all of them, they flip over to a Saga, which is going to be kind of nice with Tom Bombadil, just saying, potentially. So the first one is it's called the Great Work, and the Great Work deals 3 damage to target opponent and each creature they control. The second level gives you 3 treasure tokens, and then the third one, until end of turn, you may cast instant and sorcery spells from any graveyard. If that spell is cast this way, put into the graveyard, instead exile it. Then you exile this and flip it back over to Urabrask. So this just seems really sweet. And I think it's not more of, I want this as my commander necessarily. It's more of, this is going in a lot of my red decks. And so I'm kind of copping out a little bit.
Because, like, how good is it, like, if it's, because you have to cast an instant or sorcery. It's not just any spell type thing. It's not Burgy.
Right.
And so, like,
the new Dungeons and Dragons dude is going to get this guy because it's all on spell slinging.
Sure.
Blanca's going to get this guy.
I mean, you have a lot of auras in there, though.
Yeah, that is true. That is an aura, but it's a lot of responding to, but responding to is normally not, it's the green part of it. I'd have to look and you got a good point there. I have to check and see how many actually red spells.
Like Niv Mizzet would definitely run this prune.
Right. It's gonna go. I mean, all these might. I don't know if they'll all make it in Tom Bombadil.
I plan on, if I pull this, I'm not gonna go out and buy it for $30 or anything. I'm hoping it lands somewhere in between 15 and 20, 15 to 20. Burgy is over 10, I think, right now. But Urabrask goes really good in like Feather, Calamax, Surprise.
What? This is my shock face.
So yeah, definitely those. If you're going like, I'm playing a Spellslinger deck, then
a lot of the Spellslingers are red blue. Like that's what you're typically in. But
like, would you be willing to play this as like a like a Dragon's Approach commander?
Oh, that could be interesting because you're playing the sorceries of all that stuff.
Yeah, and then it's just adding the red and dealing an extra damage to somebody.
Well, I mean, think of like what looting and all, like a looting deck or a madness deck, because those are mainly red. You know, that's a red type of. You know, madness is mainly red. You have black in there too, but madness would work really well with this, or looting type things. So you're actually getting more mana back to cast more stuff that you're drawing and discarding and all that. So
it's a lot. I think it's a really strong card. I agree. I would rather put it in the 99.
Right. And that it might make it on our top 10, even though we talked about it here. Just saying, don't hate on it, Lowery. Don't hate.
I don't want to talk about it again. We're not doing that.
All right. So, well, we have, what is your next one on your list?
All right. Well, I'm going to take it because I'm worried that you're going to take it.
Oh, because we matched on one already.
Right. So
don't do it.
I'm going to go with, give me a second.
Well, you said you're going to take it and you're worried about me taking it. So you should know which one that is.
Thalia and the Gitrog.
Nope. Didn't do that one.
No?
Nope. Right. It was close though. I like that one.
God damn awesome.
It is.
All
but
right.
I built a Gitrog deck So why would I do it again?
Fair. All
I
right.
don't have it
So
in.
this is something, if I pull it, I'll probably build it, but it's like $15 to $20 right now. I'm not going to go out and buy the signals type thing. But Thalia and the Gitrog monster, 1 and a white and a black and a green for 4/4 first strike death touch. I love first strike death touch, by the way.
Yeah, you do.
You may play an additional land on each of your turns. I love that part, by the way. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped.
I love that part, by the way.
I don't necessarily love that part,
Hey,
but like I get why
any
it's there.
disadvantage is very helpful, and
Right,
everybody
right.
has non-basic lands. So
It's very good.
Yeah.
It's that part is good, but I don't love it. And then whenever Thalia and the Gitrog monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land. So you have to. It's not a may. You have to. Then draw a card.
I love that, by the way. No, sorry, I've tried to keep with your theme.
I like drawing cards.
Yeah,
I like drawing cards.
This was on my radar. It was on my radar.
It's like it's really, really hard to beat in combat, right? You get to play more lands. Like Life from the Loam is one of my favorite cards out there. There's just so much about this card that I really like. It's a 4/4 for 4, even with the 3 mana. It
also
lands
tickles
great.
your fancy with landfall type things because you're playing multiples. You have the green in there, so you're getting your you're gonna have your Crucible Worlds. You're gonna have your what's his name, the snake. It's not Rashmi. What is it? Or is it Rashmi?
Steve?
No.
What?
The from Amonkhet. The snake being able to play from your graveyard, like Crucible Worlds.
Oh.
But we have a lot of them now. We have there's a lot of green ones that actually allow you to do that, play from your graveyard now. They keep printing more and different cards, so being able to play your fetches and all that stuff from your graveyard and additional lands and all that stuff, like this hits all your fancy buttons.
Right. It does. That's all I got. I think there's going to be a lot
Jeffrey.
of people building
Ramanuk Excavator.
Excavator.
Yes. Thank you.
There we
Thank
go.
you. Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
I think like a lot of people are really into this one. I think it's really going to be powerful. And so this ends up being like, is this an interesting build as well? Like to build on stream? I'd have to ask myself that, but I'm not willing to pay that price where it's at.
Wait till it comes out. It'll drop down in price if you don't.
As in, if I pull it in our battle box, then I'll probably try and build it.
Possibly try and build it.
That's where we're at. So,
all right. So I have to kind of plan this out.
I got a third one.
I don't think you're going to take that one. I feel like I heard you talk about this one, so it might be on your radar.
Rutrow.
But I don't know if you're really going to do that one. Well, since I said it and it wasn't the right word, but it is Rashmi. Rashmi and Ragavan. I felt like you actually had said something about Rashmi.
That was me.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't
I think that was number 2.
Come on, Rashmi. Pull up Rashmi and Ragavan, since I mentioned that instead of Ramanuk Excavator. So the reason why I'm going to do this one is because I built this Rashmi deck. It's sitting up on my shelf over there. I don't play it at all because people get pissed. Because it's good and it plays on everybody else's turn and it pisses people off.
Good.
This Rashmi is a little bit different. It is 1 colorless, green, blue, and red elf monkey, and it's a 2/4. Whenever you cast your first spell during each of your turns, so it changes it instead of Rashmi being all turns, you're playing all that stuff. This is only your turn. So, but you, the first spell you play, exile a top card of target opponent's library and create a treasure token. Then you may cast the exile card without paying its mana cost if it's a spell with mana value less than the number of artifacts you control. If you don't cast it this way, you may cast it this turn. So it's saying if you don't have enough artifacts, like if it's more than the amount of artifacts you have, then you can just cast it outright instead of playing it for free.
Yeah.
So this seems pretty sweet. You get a bonus. It's almost kind of like a send triplets type of thing where you're having to pick a person. You're targeting somebody, looking at the top of their library, getting an extra spell. It's not something that I'm necessarily going to build, but it seems fun. It's from the commander decks. If it won't transform my Rashmi into this one, it isn't enough of the old Rashmi to make it, but
agreed.
It seems like it could be fun. You get a treasure token, so you're getting, even if you don't hit with something, because it is cast, it's not then you may cast. So if you hit a land on top, you can't play their land. It's only on a cast. So you're getting an extra card and a treasure on top of it for your first spell every turn. Now, the problem I would see with this is, where's your theme? Like, it's a cool card, but how are you winning the game? Like, how is this different? I guess this makes it really open-ended with coming up with a random theme, but it seems kind of cool because you get a good benefit. You get an extra card and ramp built into this commander. But the problem is, where's your win con? Where's the obvious, like, how you're winning the game? It almost seems like for a 3-color, it's a better 99, but it's like, why would you put this in the 99? It'd just be a weird card to put in there. But it seems like it could be fun.
I think it's a tough spot. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be awful for online play.
Yeah, it is. Spell table, not building this one.
Not I wouldn't suggest this for spell table if that's where you're mostly playing. But otherwise, I agree with what you're saying. Like, it's there are those types of cards and decks that are fine. Like, what they do is play to the level of what everybody else is playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like instead of like having your own win con, it's like, what are you doing? What is your win con? That's stereotypically like the clone deck. Oh, you're gonna play a huge bruiser? Well, I'll get that for cheaper and do it. And that's not necessarily this, but I
think
it's an interesting build. I think it'd be fun.
I think looking at this, like, just kind of as we're talking, I think I would go the artifact route to try to get free spells, free off of whoever I'm playing, not just play like, oh, I'm going to play a spell and then I get to look at your top card and potentially play it this turn. I think I would, the route I would build this deck is go more artifact heavy. You have the blue and the red, which is going to help you with the artifacts, and then green with the ramp and stuff. So I think it could be done, but if I were actually to build this one, which I'm not going to, but this seemed very interesting, very different, I would go artifact route with this deck. So
okay,
all right. What is your? Is that your third one?
We should take another shot.
Oh, yeah. Well,
were you not looking at me? I just kissed the bottle.
Oh no, because I was looking at the card and.
I do everything for you.
Oh, I didn't know how to react. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
You're such a man.
Okay. And I got to take one more because of Josh.
Oh yeah, that's kind of true. Good job, Josh. Thank you. That is another victory for me in Staple Versus. All right, this one's going to be from Paul.
Wait. What are you doing? Oh, okay. What do you mean? Maybe I shouldn't do 4
Josh
shots
on your own. I'm not doing one with Josh. No way. Screw that guy.
All right. Oh, fuck. Here we
Paul,
go.
appreciate you.
Oh, it gets worse.
It always gets worse. And no, Cole, we are not saving up money to help our livers later on. Whatever. He made a comment
way back
an hour ago. Ugh.
Totally relevant.
It's bad. I wanted to acknowledge his comment, and I don't think we did.
Oh.
This is awful. This is awful.
I don't want to take 4.
I'm on a beer.
Yeah, I'm going to need to open another one to be able to take another. All right, you're on your next one. Let me tell me the card, and then I will type it in and grab my next beer.
Oh, I flipped this around. I'm going to go with Simone and Dina.
Fuck! That was the one I was like, Damn it.
This is one I definitely wanted to do.
Damn it.
This is probably the most likely what I'll build. Is this is something. All right. Crossover. These are the two. Thalia and Zimone were the two I expected crossover with.
Son of a bitch. Yep. I like this
All
one
right.
a lot.
These are the Strixhaven ones. This is green, black, blue, 3/4, human dryad. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. And then you can tap it, sacrifice another creature, draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 8 or more lands, repeat this process. What? Repeat the process?
You have 8 or more lands by like turn 2. So this is just amazing for you.
That's not true. That's not true.
Turn 3.
It's pretty sweet.
Yep.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
This is probably my favorite one.
Yep.
But again, if you're not even going to build it.
I'm not going to.
All right. So I likely will build this because this is cheap enough where I'm willing to buy it. Hashtag Team Forest Walk.
Shut up.
And who?
I think I'm going to add a button that just goes, shut up.
But this card does a whole ton right there. Drawing, like having there's enough cards that are like, whenever you draw your second card, have something happen. And so red's kind of in that realm as well. So I wish that was here, but I'm not mad about it.
It's your second card each turn. It's not just your turn.
Right.
Rashmi effect right there. So yeah, this is playing stuff on other people because you got to do drawing 2 cards during, other people's turns, which isn't a big deal. It's good.
Yeah. And also it's not everybody, not all your opponents. It's target opponent loses 2 life.
Right.
And you
So
gain
it's
2
not
life.
hitting
So
the
I don't
board.
know. I don't know how deep you go into the drawing the cards, but I feel like the sacrificing to draw a card to put another land into play, potentially double that's the part that really intrigues me. Is like,
what, more landfall?
right. If you, what's the, stop. It's not landfall. It doesn't have to be landfall, but there's that, creature from Battle for Zendikar that turns all of your creatures into lands.
Ancient.
That seems sweet.
Ancient something rather. Greenward. Greenward? Ancient something.
I think it's Arashmi. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's Ancient Greenwarden, I believe is what it is.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think that's right. That's a card. I think it's a card name. I don't think it's right. So this card seems really cool.
I was totally right. Oh no, it's the double in the trigger.
That's not what it is.
Fuck, it's not that one. I know which one you're talking about.
Sultai is so good, right? Scoots is so good.
But the cool thing about that is when it turns it turns all your creatures into forests as well.
Lands. Yeah, forests.
Then it can't get bounced by Cyclonic Rifts, which is pretty sweet.
Also true. Yeah, no, that's why it's such a good card. But being able to have all your creatures turn be lands, be able to trigger that 8 super easy. There's another green mana, like 5-drop, that whenever you have a creature die, it comes back flipped over and it's a forest. Like that would also be really cool. And so I like it.
You're gonna build this one.
I like you. I'd send you a Valentine's card, Simone and Dina, if I had a chance.
Cute.
Yeah. I'm only 2 months late, but that's how I am.
So I'll go with my next one. You're stealing all my shit. I have to go with like backups and all that stuff. I did say that we would probably. Oops! Stop it. We would probably.
I'm a little surprised. I like 3 colors a lot. So that's my problem. I'm really attracted to 3-color decks.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna actually do the Glissa one. Glissa Herald of Predation. Well, that didn't work. Well, because it's 2 S's and not 2 A's. So Glissa Herald of Predation. So this is 3, a black and a green. Phyrexian zombie elf. At the beginning of your combat step on your turn, choose 1 incubate 2 twice, or incubate means incubate 2 means you create a incubation token with 2 1/1 counters on it, and then you could tap 2, transform this artifact into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature. So it would turn in. You have 2 of them, and they would flip over, turn into a 2/2 is what it basically turns into. Or you could choose transform all incubator tokens you control, or Phyrexians you control gain first strike and death touch until under. Oh, yeah, first strike and death touch, something you really like. So the cool thing with this, what I was thinking with this whole deck here is that you get her out, and you're dealing with a lot of like plus counters. Green is perfect for that. Yeah. Doubling your counter triggers and all that stuff. So you're making your counters. You're making, because it's making 2 of them. It's not just making 1. It's not 1 with 2 counters on it. You're doing it twice. So you just start building this. It's not really an army because they aren't an army until you flip them all over. So what you could be doing in the process is either 1, multiplying them, or 2, kind of controlling the board. If things are getting, like, I was thinking of more of like, you make this more of like a board wipe game, because you wipe the board, you bring her back out that same turn, because it says at the beginning of your combat on your turn. So you do it on your main phase, you destroy everybody. Those tokens don't go away because they're not creatures. You destroy everybody, bring it back out, flip them all over, and all your creatures are ready to attack the next turn. Because I don't think they would be able to attack. We've never seen really.
I think they would be.
Oh, yeah, because they've been in play.
They've been in play.
Okay, so they all flip over 2/2. All these 2/2s that you've had sitting out there, swing out, kill people. If you pumped them, gave them more counters, I think it'd be kind of cool. So it's an interesting style of doing this, I guess, is how I would do it. I did
the counters on it, and how does like hardened scales, what is that worded? Because the thing that would be interesting, I think the like sidewinder, maybe that's not even the card, but because sometimes when it's like whenever you put a 1/1 counter on a creature, and they wouldn't be creatures, would be put on a creature. So so this would not work.
Hardened scales wouldn't work. Nope. But like doubling season type stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Vorinclex, like any of the stuff that's whenever you're putting counters, any proliferation,
anything that doubles counter or like tokens.
Right. So yeah, exactly. All that. So you could play the game of doubling tokens, counters, all that stuff. And I kind of have this already in the brain with the mirror deck with the Uratet. No, we're not doing Team Forest Walk. No one else. Why did you just flash that?
Stop. What? As I can. As I can. It's on my shirt. What's the problem?
I should have done this when we welcomed the new Meat Forest. But I think what happened with Uratet is I had made it a Super Friends, right? So it's not focused on 1/1 counters. This one would be like focused on 1/1 counters. I'm not necessarily building it, but this one seems like it could be kind of fun. Like control the board by destroying everybody else's shit. At the same time, just keep building your stuff up. This has to be in play for the triggers to happen. So you could maybe sacrifice her or have the indestructible. You do have the green built in on it. Don't yawn. It is not that boring.
But if we were still playing the game of 99 Commander 99 are garbage, I would probably hit the garbage button. Probably.
I run into problems when you steal half my shit.
That's true. That's true. This is my fault. Blame it on me.
This one was going to be in my 5 though.
You sound like a Republican right now.
I was like,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Red Shy.
I should write that down.
Okay, hear me out. Add red and make it a better deck. Yes.
He does like John.
None of these so far, I don't think I'm going to build. Let me rephrase that.
Okay.
None of these so far, I'm going to build. If anything,
I mean, with Gliss, I totally understand.
You're a fuck fat. A fuck foot? I don't know what that was.
I'm a fuck foot? What do you think? I'm Quentin Tarantino? Come on. I
have to do another shot. Okay.
You do. When do you want to do that? Do you want to do that? I'm assuming prior to Staple versus at some point.
Well, then I'm really gonna lose. All right. So, what is your fifth one? Even though I want to steal your shit, but go ahead. What's your fifth one?
Two. All right. I'm gonna go with. I don't think you picked that one. I want to pick ones that you potentially picked.
So, what the fuck?
Steal them all. I don't think the two that I have left. I don't think you picked. All right. Errant and Giada.
God damn it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, are you serious?
I'm kidding. Is it ERRANT?
Because I can change it.
Is it
ERRANT?
There we go.
ERRANT.
Oh yeah, this one looks stupid.
So mean.
I'm gonna make a flash flying tribal deck. Woo! Sorry,
wow.
I'm lashing out because you called mine stupid.
Clearly. No, I get it. I understand why you would be offended, but you should just take it internally and look,
flash and fly.
Look inside and
from
see
the
why
top of
you
my
would
library.
build a
This is
deck.
amazing. Sorry, didn't mean to ruin what does your card do again?
All right. Errant and Giada. One in a white and a blue. It's a 2/3 human angel.
Hey,
it has flash and flying.
Sail I dolt. Sorry, somebody's on there.
One, two.
There we go. Welcome to the chat. You and so flash flying. You may look.
This is our new guy. This is our new guy. Hey, we gave you a welcome to the. Hey, there we go.
Welcome to a meat
I don't have that one.
That sounds like a fairy tale of a meat forest.
There you go, buddy. Thanks for coming.
There we go.
Buddy. All right.
You may look at the top card of your library anytime. That's already fairly decent. We don't have to show it off to anybody. You may cast spells with flash or flying from the top of your library. Shut
I found
your
it.
buttons.
I found
all right.
it. I was like, I'm pretty sure I
Get
didn't delete
out
those.
of here. Look, this is, and basically what I want to do here is probably a bird tribal. And so there's a lot of flying.
Renshai. Hey, look, it's another Azorius flying commander. Woo!
But it's a cool one.
I can play from the
It's
top
a
of
cool
my
one.
library.
Build Yargle and Multani, you cowards.
I know. I almost just put that on there.
Go hang out with Jacuzzi. He's building Gargle your Yargle. And and he's gonna be happy? Question mark? I don't know. But yes, it is another Azorius flying commander. It's the only one that's made me want to build flying birds tribal.
Did you see what dolt whatever he said? I joined Patreon last week. Can I get in the Discord? Lowery, come on, buddy.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
Lowery,
or you didn't check your messages, and
there is a
the link is there, but
is
definitely expired at this point.
So we'll get you there, buddy. Thank you.
But more than likely, I missed it.
You know what I think that is?
Muff garbage!
Just muff garbage, like your card.
That's true. That is muff garbage on my part, and I would like to apologize to everybody and anybody that has taken over a week to get you the Discord link, because I'm sure that happens more than I'd like to admit. But I just want to play Bird Tribal. That's what
Bird
draws me
Tribal
here.
with a human angel.
Yeah, but it's flying. You could be
Why
flying
not
or
angels?
flash. The crappy thing is like flash is not instant speed. So there's not enough. There's like a lot of flash support in like black blue, but not necessarily black white. like for triggers for flash and shit like that. There's plenty of flash cards, but so just like there's a lot of bird cards that like interact with each other that I would like to play with. No.
Garbage!
Are you being? I thought we were gonna do muff garbage for the Convoke Commander. That's what I thought.
And we both were on that one. That was the one I put
I know.
down.
I don't know why. We were wrong.
I need to get you the other buttons so that we can. Muff garbage is really all we need. So one of us is not liking the other one. All right. So that is yours. I'm adding my pseudo 6th card, except it's really 5. But I guess
1, 2, 3. I only got 3 for you right now, right?
Well,
I guess we
stealing shit.
We did Simone and Dina. All right.
All right. Shalai and Halar. Halar.
All right.
1 colorless, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 white for an angel elf. Flying vigilance. Whenever 1 or more 1/1 counters are put. They look weird on the card there. It look like arc. Are put on a creature you control. It deals that much damage to target opponent. So this was like my 6th entry. It's a cool card.
Yeah.
It might go in my mirror deck because I am putting 1/1 counters on my mirrors. But the problem is, what spot is it like popping into? You know, like it's a balance of the 1/1 counter idea and the planeswalkers. So what I have in that deck, if you haven't seen it already by the video or anything like that, I haven't played it yet, which we'll be playing this week. A lot of the stuff hits both angles. So like if I only have planeswalkers in my hand, this card sucks, you know? So this is more of the 99 for me. As a commander, I think it'd be kind of cool to build around a 1/1 counter.
Yeah.
You have your green, you have your white support with the 1/1 counter stuff. So I think that works out really well. So I think it's from the commander set too. So it's not from the set proper or whatever, but it seems interesting. You're doing damage to a player when you put counters on stuff, building a deck around that. So this is my 6th one. That's where I'm at. It's probably going in my Uritet. Let me rephrase that. It could go in my Uritet deck, but I don't think it's going to make the cut in there because I'm trying to have crossover of hitting both Planeswalker and 1/1 counter kind of things or whatever.
Yeah.
Bonuses.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's plenty of 1/1 counter decks out there.
Mm-hmm.
It can be very fast, very aggressive to target opponent. You can't hit out creatures, which I think is appropriate. But dealing a lot of damage to target opponent is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
And so this was probably in my 6th spot as well. It's on my short list of, I think 7. I came up with like 7 or 8. So this was on that list, and I agree. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
So out of the 5 that you had, which one would
I got one more.
you build?
I got one more, and you got one more.
No,
right?
I don't have
2,
one
3.
more. No, that is it for
2,
me,
3,
buddy.
4, 5. Oh, I guess you're right. I got one more.
Where are you going? 6?
No, I've only had Thalia, Zimone, Arrington, Giada, and Kessler.
You had the that one, 1, 2. So you have another one? Well, then I'm out.
You're out.
We're down to 9. All right. We're at an hour and 20 minutes. Fuck. Okay. What's your last one, Lowery? Even though you started, we're at a 9er. Fave 4 for me. Fave 5 for you. What is your?
I'm sorry, I still shoot a 3 of yours. 2.
2. Yeah.
All right. So last one I want to talk about is Elanda and Azor, which is 3 and a white and a blue and a black for 6/6 flying ward 2 vampire knight.
Nope, that wasn't
Sphinx.
right. How do you spell it?
Elanda, Elenda.
Okay.
And Azor. So flying ward 2, and then whenever it attacks, you may pay X white, black, blue. If you do, draw X cards. At the beginning of each end step, you may pay 4 life. If you do, create a number of 1/1 black vampire knight creature tokens with life link equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn.
This one's more interesting than your last one.
Wow. You're probably right. I agree.
No,
I agree.
That's different.
I like this one.
You have to.
I think
it's a lot. I will say it's a lot with the drawing, but at least it's built in on it. You don't have to use the attacks part. I looked at this one as a possibility as well, but you don't have to do the 3 and X. You can just have spells that draw you cards. And then at the beginning of any end step, it's each end step. So you do it on other people's turns as well. And then
that's true.
Pay 4 life, and then you get 1/1 black vampire. They also have life link, which is nice. As long as you're drawing, 4.
Yeah, if somebody wants to wheel on your turn and you draw like 6 cards, you pay 4 life, get a bunch of tokens.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool bit. So this is like a Necrosword hate card. Is that what we're talking about? Like,
right? Yeah, it does kind of kill that, doesn't it? A little bit.
Renshai. Okay, so he wants Slimefoot and Squee, which I agree with. It's a cool one. The problem is that you're going to build it, so I was avoiding it. That's it's so hands
sweet.
Down what was going on.
You don't steal his shit. You steal all my shit. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't talk. I talk with Renshai.
We don't talk.
Like
we have a podcast together, but we don't talk. This hour and a half to 2 hours is the only time we talk, which is kind of true because we try to keep it natural. Old natural. I like this one.
Big giant fur. Old natural. Big bush.
Was it giant fur? Was that what it was?
Yeah, giant furnace, right?
Wasn't it great furnace?
Maybe great fur.
Yeah, it was great fur. I was like giant
fur.
It's a giant
just a fucking
I don't remember that.
Fur bush.
Oh, Renshai says that's because you respect him and you don't respect me. He didn't say the second part. I added that.
Hashtag Team Forest Walk. In both your faces right now. Hashtag Team Forest Walk. That's what we're at. I just like the idea of like getting an army. It's big. It's hard to remove with the ward 2 a little bit, like harder. And then you just can have an army. It's probably going to be more 99 in like my Rafine deck.
Weird 99.
No. Because if you just have a like draw a card deck in 3, like Rafine, where whenever you attack, you draw X amount of cards and discard X amount of cards for as many creatures. And then at the end of turn, you just pay 4 life and then you create.
But this is a commander by itself. It's
right.
Like you got
totally agree. Like you can do this.
You got the draw stuff in there. I mean, white, you're dealing with white and blue. You got the taxing stuff of drawing cards and all that. You could just have the enchantments out, so it's like other people's turns. You're drawing cards. Oh, you're gonna pay that. You're gonna pay that. You're gonna pay that. And then you're in black as well, so you're drawing and blue. Yeah, this. Damn it!
It does a lot, and like I think it's very, even though it's 6 mana. Is doing a lot. And so I really like it because you don't even have to, if you don't have the life to pay for it, you still drawing cards, which is good. It's like a half-ass Sphinx revelation on the attack trigger along with tokens. And it's intriguing. It might be what I end up building. But I already have 2 white, black, blue decks.
I'm building them all.
I don't know. Okay, so we're ending, and you're asking me, but I'm going to ask you now. What would you build more than likely? You already said you're not. It doesn't matter, right? So
what am I
building?
Zamone is the one I would build if I was to choose one. Out of my list, which I didn't ever talk about Zamone, but that was you.
You did. Nobody chatted. We chit-chatted. And
Steven mentioned it's also funny I finally have faces to put to the voices. So he's a new podcast joining over to the YouTube side of things. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I know this is a disappointing night for you.
What was early on when we did videos? Somebody was like, never see
Bash.
her.
That was Bash. The Beshes who came up with "Don't Worry, We're Cousins," which is fucking random as shit.
Yeah,
and we've just stuck with it.
Stuck with it. And then I don't think Besh is. He's listens though occasionally.
I don't know. He became a patron and then he left in the last 6 months. Yeah, that's fine. It's fun.
No, yeah,
it's fun to see. Like there are a handful of people in the first like 2.5 years where you're like, I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah. Well,
but I appreciate them for like even trying.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is we have people that come in and come out, come in, come out, you know,
right.
It's a lot of coming, but there's
yeah, baby.
But it's interesting to be like, oh yeah, remember these were our prime people, like when Discord started. So that's a whole different thing. Like Discord, you had this group. It was during COVID kind of hitting.
Oh, it was. Yeah. We started because of COVID.
Yep. So we started, and you had this core group of people that were there interacting. And now that core group, like, it's not the same core. And then you have a different core that happened a little bit later. And then it filters. It's weird because you have this shift of everybody just all over the place. What are you laughing at? There's a lot that just happened there, and I didn't get to see everything.
It's the Wish version of Jason Statham, which is you, and Michael Moore, which is me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. All I know about Michael Moore is I mean I've watched some of his stuff, but like it's the Team America version in my mind. And fuck it. All right.
I'm crying. Jeffrey, he said, I don't normally watch live. I was on a podcast listener and then watched some videos on YouTube and then saw your faces, went back to the podcast. That's great. Thank you guys for joining though. That's the live stuff is fun. Like it gets fun interacting with everybody doing all this. Okay. So what did you say? Did you even say what your one you would build?
It is likely going to be Zimone and Dina or Alondra and Azor. It kind of depends on what I open. Thalia and Gitrog have a good chance too, but then I'd have to start thinking about taking apart some cards, decks.
Why don't you just name all 5 of your cool ass commanders?
Kasla is not going to happen, and Errant and Giada aren't going to happen. Likely, I'll be able to get my hands on Zimone and Dina or.
Why don't you build the flying flash one?
I would just say build a better deck.
Because that's what I would say right away.
You know, hashtag team flying walk would whoop your butt. You know that.
Flying walk. Damn it. All right, so we need to get to...
My penis can only get so erect.
Oh, I got to hit my shot. Fuck. I don't want to shoot this shot.
Yeah, no, I feel so bad for you. Make sure your bill is up, though, so we can see your face properly. Thank you.
My hair's all pushed back with my...
I mean, it doesn't have to be that high. No, that's normal. No. All right. Just pull your shot. All right. Can you hit a button?
We know.
Hey, Smith. You can't hear this. It's the only button that you can't hear. Wiener. All right. Josh, I love you.
Do you think I need that? You think I need that in my ear like a Bud Light or something? Come on. I don't need to hear that.
Don't get all you're a douche canoe. All right. Thank you. Not thank you. I'm glad you're snot rocketing. Okay.
Was that on camera? I was trying to get off camera, but I know
you're off camera.
Off to the side a bit more.
All right. Fuck. Fuck the Malort. God damn it.
Good job, Josh. Thank you.
The worst.
Skywalker
is the worst. Skywalker.
Yeah, we could do hashtag Team Skywalker.
All right, I gotta
It'll
get
be
on,
like
I gotta
a
get
Star
on our
Wars
next bit.
crossover.
I gotta get on our next bit. This one.
We got two.
Excuse me, I believe you have my stapler.
Fight.
Staple versus. Let's just say this wasn't a good week.
Really?
All right. If you guys don't know this, this little bit works. We have two cards that you guys vote on. You vote and determine our winners on each of these. We have 2 weeks worth of doing this. So we're going to go through both. And 2 weeks ago, or Monday, I should say, not this past Monday, the Monday before, we had Gilded Lotus against Skyclave. Where do you think this ended up?
I mean, my personal vote would go towards Skyclave Relic. I'm going to assume it was very close.
You are very correct with how close it was.
That's where I'm at.
Very, 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 very correct. Actually, the winner was determined by YouTube. The other two voting, which was Twitter and Discord, voted for the other one, not the winner. So the winner was
okay.
But the winner only won at 52%. So this is one of our closest, like within.
That's close.
I think like 4 votes, 3 or 4 votes.
Wow.
And it went to Gilded Lotus. And I think it is because it's been around for a while. So it's, and you're talking about YouTube. We have a lot more votes that come in through YouTube. Oh,
a lot of nostalgia.
So 52%. Get your crown ready there, Lowery. All
there
right,
go.
So you win that round, sir.
Yeah.
What? Who just?
Not unexpected.
That's a new the patron stuff. So that's not actual donation. Don't worry about that. That's just stuff and things. All right. So then our next one, which was last Friday, or not last Friday, the Friday before, whatever. Last week's episode.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Fierce Guardianship and Deflecting SWAT. So I know I said it.
Give me a second.
One, can't even read.
Thank you. Where do you think this one ended up?
I think okay, so there's enough like blue bobos out there that I think Fierce
you just
Guardianship
built
probably
a fucking
wins.
counterspell deck, you traitor.
I didn't even put that in there. I am a traitor though. I agree. I fully accept that.
Traitor.
Yeah, no, I was inspired.
You can't do that. My Magda deck is built in on the commander. It's what its mechanic is. Your commander does. Okay, anyways. What are we doing here?
Why you been just
all right.
You're okay.
Where do you think?
You're okay. All right. So Deflecting SWAT is a red card. People hate on red. Unfortunately, not saying that it's good or bad that they do it, but I understand why Fierce Guardianship won.
I didn't even say that. I didn't even say that.
I know you didn't, but I can read your hat tilt.
Yeah, I'm not going to grab the crown because you won 59% of the votes. So back to back to back. You win. What are you reaching for? You a cowboy hat on top.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the cowboy hat. Maybe I'll switch this around. We'll go cowboy hat with the crown on top. That doesn't really fit either.
Did you plan this out? Did you have did you know you might win both? Like, why do you have a cowboy?
know I don't plan.
I know, but why did you have a cowboy hat on the fucking shelf? Like, what?
I always have it there. It's just hard to see. I'm sorry. It's always there. This is Grandpa Stetson.
Oh. All right. So
I cannot move my head though. I feel it wobbling. It's
this will be interesting. The battle.
This is going to be a straight disadvantage for this week.
All right. This week, what do we have for our battle?
All right. So Adam is fighting for the shocks, which are bad
amazing.
anyway. But I'm going to be Triomes, which are 3 different
Look at
land types
look at
that
how
give you 3 different colors of mana.
bad that art is that you have.
Is that all you got? Is that your main thing? That the
No,
art
just saying, like,
is not as good.
visually,
Did you not pick
this-
you? There's like a comic version that you could have picked. That's way that's also cool. These
No.
are cool too.
No, like,
but it gives you
these are the
3
ones I
colors of
can
mana,
find.
3 colors of
Like-
fetchable land types.
Oh wait,
And then you can also cycle it away
I do have
for
these
3 to
as
draw
well.
a card.
This
if
is
you
gonna
want
give
to
you-
discard it.
This is gonna give you an advantage. You ready?
Yeah.
There's your Triomes, and there's your Shocks.
Oh,
Proxy
yeah.
Triomes with the synthwave, and then the Wombo art of the, which you'll never see this art ever again. The Wombo, like I have to hold your hat and your crown, and you have 3 hats on. You have 3.
I do have 3 hats.
You have 3 head accessories on your head at this point.
All right, you're right.
If you
Give me
can
a
include
second.
your
Give me a
glasses, you
second.
have 4. And headphones.
I don't
5.
even like accessories.
I thought
Oh,
I was
this isn't gonna work
excessive by
either, I don't
having
think.
a ring on each hand and a watch. You have 3. 2.
Give me a second. Just keep going.
Uh,
What's your thing? I don't like this either. It's not wide enough. All right.
I have Shocks. We all know Shocks. They're fucking fantastic.
You're
They
shocked to have Shocks?
can come into play untapped if you just pay 2 life. Do you have that option? I'm just curious.
What's going on?
Coughing doesn't get you away from that question.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. There's a delay.
Do you have an
Little bit of
option
static.
of those coming into play untapped? Just, I'm curious.
Well, I mean, okay, so this has to be a 3-color deck, right? At least 3
At
color.
least, oh, so you can't do 2 color, where I can, right?
Right. That's not how this bit goes.
Well, no, but it just,
They have to be in what you're
Shit.
putting them in a
Shit.
deck.
Shit.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
It doesn't mean, oh, this is the downgrade. This is the decision between the 2 cards. And
Shit, that's what I had. One of my pluses is I can play these in 2 to 5 color decks, and you can only play them in 3 to
that's called
5.
cheating because that's not how this game is applied. So, you are playing a 3, 4, or 5 color deck. Would you rather be playing Triomes or Shocks?
I'd
And
rather
so
have the option because your mana kind of you're
What
tight on
option?
mana with 3 colors, 3 to 5. You want to have the option of it coming into play untapped, right? You shook your head, yes. For the record,
I was
saw-
answering
For the record,
Stefan
you said
here,
yes,
and he
said-
was like, "How do I enter for the YouTube?" And I said, "Just make." And it says, "Make the comment." And I was just shaking yes,
You said
trying not to draw
Stefan?
attention to
I
it.
thought it was Steven.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is Stefan. I don't
Look,
know. Maybe I
Did you
it's-
never
can't get
watch Family Matters growing up?
Yes, really quick.
My
with
name
the
is
1,000 'cause
Stefan.
You want to get this really quick. For that, you need to enter just a comment of everyone you want to win. So you can do it all separate. Boop, 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 boop. So you can go
Right.
Street Fighter,
Right.
blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Anyways, okay.
So
go.
I will agree that you can pay 2 life to have a shot come into play untapped.
And we talked about the 2 life does not matter much on our other previous staple verses on when you're paying life in Commander.
I don't recall that. When it comes to
It's huge, right?
whatever.
Well, how do you
I
do
mean,
that with fetches? Well, our fetches.
I always say 2 inches huge. So
I don't.
what are we talking about?
When we talk about penis anymore, I'm just gonna put my mouth around my mic.
Let's deep throat that chode. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Cycling.
All right.
When are
All
you
right.
ever gonna do cycling? That's like your plus, but it's really kind of a minus. Like cycling 3?
What?
Really?
What?
And you're cycling a land away? Like, are you ever gonna use that?
I wish that
Have
the
you-
cycling was a little bit cheaper.
Have you
but
ever used
it's-
it? Have you ever
Have
used
I
it?
ever cycled?
Have you ever played with a Triome?
I do play with Triomes in 3-color decks. Yes.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not. They're in every 3-color deck, which means they're in every deck that I currently have. God, so many crowns in my head is difficult. I wish I didn't win so often.
Oh, good for you. Wait, I gotta go back.
You have a
Oh,
button for
good
this.
for you.
All right. Look, Triomes gets you 3 colors,
Mhm.
and it's efficient in being able to. They're both fetchable, right? We can go fetch this.
Sure.
So if I'm with a red, white, and black like you have on the front here, if I had a black and white fetch, I could go and get a red mana from a Shockland, right?
But you can't use it that turn.
Potentially.
No, you can't use it that turn. Don't start using other cards to help it come into play on tap because that's
no.
bogus.
That's why
bogus.
these are good though. Is fetches. Don't run these without fetches.
They're coming to play tapped.
What? Yeah, they all come into play tapped.
No. The shocks won't come into play tapped.
Okay, fine. No, I agree. Like Amulet of Vigor is going to make both.
No,
of these
that's
better.
not. You can't.
It's going to make both of them better. That's fine.
I can use
it's going to probably help me a little bit more.
I can pay 2 life and have them come into play untapped. Can you do that?
No, but I can pay 3 and draw a card if it's in my hand. Can you do that? Can you draw a card off of your land at all? No, you don't even have that option.
How many times do you actually do cycling with lands?
What do you mean?
I don't think.
I mean, there's some of the most used
lands
out there.
I don't think
there's
I've ever
some of the most used lands out there.
I don't think I've seen you ever cycle a land. I don't think I've ever seen you play a Triome.
I am not the be all end all Magic.
You play the
builder.
most lands out of anybody I've ever played against in Magic. You by turn 3 have 15 lands out.
Not true. That's not. I just put my artifacts there and mislead everybody on how much. It's just how much mana I have. That's why I put my artifacts.
Oh, good for you.
So I mean, I would say begrudgingly, I'd rather be able to potentially draw a card than have a land come into play untapped.
You're a lying piece of shit. That is not even
not
even
but I'm
true.
going to say that.
That is not even true.
And that's okay. That's okay to say. I'm going to say it out loud. Some people might agree with me. Some people might not.
I'll give you this too.
What's better with a reflecting pool? Huh? A Triome for sure.
So the other thing is you get hit with potentially more Team Forest Walk when you're playing these.
It sounded like you had some hay fever there. Are you okay?
Team Forest Walk with these.
Wow.
You knew you'd do the amulet. I know. I knew that was coming in there. That's why I said it before he was saying it, and then he still went with it. Little bastard.
Yeah. No. You think I listened to you during this? Absolutely not.
It's because you're holding your hats. In a 3-color deck, how many Triomes can you play with?
In a 3-color deck?
Yeah.
1.
I get to play with 3 Shocklands. They're sexy as hell, man.
Give me a second.
Oh, good for you.
See these
which
up
means
on the
that
screen
I have,
right here?
Huh?
Like I get to bling these out here. And I have the potential of them all coming into play. You only have the option to come into play tapped. Only. I mean, I guess that's my biggest thing.
If I'm fetching it. But that's the big thing about cycling it.
No, if you're playing it from your hand, it doesn't come into play untapped.
But if I'm cycling it, that's the difference.
Yours
could come into play untapped, and mine can be cycled.
Okay,
that's a big difference. And mine is 3 colors, yours is 2.
Let's reveal the curtain. I'm the only one that is actually playing with these Triomes because I have the 5 colors.
That's not true. I have them in every 3-color deck.
0 times cycled them. 0. How many times have you cycled any land card?
Ever?
Well, if you really want to go with it, with this, I mean, you have the other ones that have cycling where it's 1. Cycling 3 is a lot. You're cycling a land card for 3.
It's minimal. It's fine.
It's 0.
I don't love it.
Have you ever cycled a Triome? I don't think you've never.
Yeah,
cycled.
when I goldfish, yeah, yeah. Not
even when I goldfish, I don't ever cycle a land.
You're probably wrong there. Can you cycle your Shocklands? No,
they just come into play untapped. Like that's
if you're top decking it, and then you're shocked, and then you play it, and you'll also be shocked. Boom.
Oh, where is it? Oh.
True. Fair. That's a fair button right there. You pressed it.
Cole wins the argument. He says
these crowns
both
are
better
heavy.
than
Heavy.
Temples. Let's see. My last thing was what when we can do duels, like we talk about dual lands as like a toolbox thing to get, right?
Yeah.
When we talk about that, what is like the next best thing to the step down from duels? What is the best replacement for them?
Clearly not fetches because they're above duels, but
I don't know why that dig was put in there, but the dig is there.
it's called filling time. What are we talking about? So you're saying what's next best to dual lands?
Yep. Spit in the bottle. Cowboy Lowery.
I mean, I think that's a good question. I don't remember the conversation we've had.
I'm befuddled.
I'd probably say the Battle for Zendikar lands. They can also come to play untapped, but they're not going to hurt you ever. So I'd probably go that round. If they
need to make a you're a liar button.
If they completed the full 10, I'd probably fully agree with that statement.
Mm-hmm.
But since they haven't,
the cycling ones,
I don't. Do you like how my headphones are just?
It looks like you're promoting. What is it?
I don't know.
What is the tab cam? What is a tab cam headphones?
I don't know what it says. I'm gonna slowly turn into the dude from Star Trek, which just covers my eyes.
We can no longer see Lowery.
Struggling. All right, my crown fault.
I don't know if I have any more arguments because.
All right, I'm good.
All right. Hey, we're under 2 hours.
There we go. I'm good.
All right. You all can vote for this on the Discord if you're a part of the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, you can vote on YouTube and you can vote on Twitter. We'll announce the winner next week. I think are going to be starting our tournament next week, which will be the Praetor tournament. I think we have 16 of them. We have 16, right? We're going to draft it out.
Yeah.
So
4, 8, 12.
Well,
16.
There's 5 colors. 5,
10, 15.
And then you had the one that's not. So I think we have 16. So one of us is getting that shitty one. Anyways. But yeah, so you guys can vote there. Thank you guys for listening. Reminder. Subscribe. We are going to hit that
sub it
8 subscribers, and then we start giving away shit. $1,000 worth of stuff. $1,000 worth of stuff. So make sure also to enter because we are only 40 entries away. You'll only get a week, and then we're going to start announcing the winners for that. So get out of there with that fucking shirt, Lowery. All right, that should do it for this week. We will catch you guys next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye.
I love boobs. I'm talking tatas. I love boobs. I'm bonkers for honkers. I love boobs. Thanks for the memories. I love boobs.